Hello, audience. Welcome to another episode of Have You Seen It? I'm Charles, and I am with the lovely Denise. How you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I am doing wonderful. As you guys see that we're both in black today, mine's is non-stylish, and Denise is very stylish.
Okay, folks. The movie I am recommending this week is a Netflix original, and the movie is called Thunder Force, starring Octavia Spencer, Melissa McCarthy, and Jason Bateman. This movie is just silly, but I found myself laughing out loud a couple of times. This movie is about the daughter of two renowned scientists, played by Octavia Spencer, is the daughter of two renowned scientists who, are no longer living. And their work while they were alive was to create a treatment or devise a treatment for normal people to help them fight evil in their community. There are evil people who are trying to disrupt the government. And so devising this treatment will give everyday people the powers to fight them. So Melissa McCarthy and Octavia Spencer, their characters are high school friends who have lost contact over the years, but have been reunited by their high school reunion. So when Melissa McCarthy's character sees that Octavia Spencer has taken on her parents, their scientific experiment, and just blown it up. It is just an enormous organization. She comes by to visit, and she's, kind of nosing around and, touching things she has no business touching, and gets a little bit of the treatment injected into her. So the two characters, the two friends, now have injected themselves with this treatment, this vaccine that gives them superpowers, and basically they go around town combating evil. It is, again, silly, but to see Octavia Spencer in a different kind of role was kind of fun to watch. It's rated PG-13, so your tweeners can watch it. There's not too much hard cussing in the movie, but the physical comedy alone of Melissa McCarthy is spot on. And the sarcasm and dry wit of Jason Bateman is funny as well. So once you check out this movie and you see Jason Bateman's character, the character he plays, that's worth a couple of laugh out loud moments. So that is my recommendation, a silly little movie called Thunder Force.
So my recommendation for this week is Infinite, starring Mark Wahlberg, Chiwetel Ejiofor, and Sophie Cookson. So Evan McCauley, who's played by Mark Wahlberg, suffers from schizophrenia. And because of he's been in institutions and he's exhibited violent behavior, it's been hard for him to get a job. But he needs meds for his condition. So he makes a deal with one of the local drug dealers to do things for him in exchange for the meds. So one of the things that the drug dealer wanted him to do is to get a Japanese sword. So Evan forges a Japanese sword, though he's never ever been a blacksmith. So going to do the exchange for the meds with the sword, the deal goes south, and he gets arrested. So at the police station, he meets an individual called Bathurst, who's played by Chiwetel Ejiofor. he claims that he's known Evan for centuries. So now Evan's hearing this, he's freaking out. And while he's freaking out, a car slams into the holding room where him and Bathurst were at. And his rescuer is Nora Brightman, played by Sophie Cookson. So as they're getting away, she tells him he's not crazy. And the reason that he knows so much and he remembers places in great detail that he's never been is because he's an infinite. And infinites are people who are reincarnated, and they remember not only a past life, but all their past lives. So he, her, and Bathurst and him are infinites with others. So Nora tells him that she is part of a group that believes that infinites, that being an infinite and being reincarnated and having all these past lives is a gift. But Bathurst and his group believe that is a curse, that nobody should have to relive that past lives over and over again. So what they want to do is to end that cycle, is destroy humanity. This is a pretty good science fiction thriller, right? And if you want to see it, you can see it on Paramount Plus or on demand. So my recommendation for this week is Infinite. So who is your nailed it for this week?
All right, my nailed it for this week is my girl, Kerry Washington as Della B in the movie Ray. 3 reasons. Her transformation throughout the movie was fantastic. And I knew then that, wow, Kerry really has some range. She's really good. She's a really good actress. She starts off as the sweet, demure, church-going gospel singer, Della B. Then she becomes the doting, supportive wife of Ray, Charles. But then as the years go by, she then becomes the fed up wife of his womanizing and his drug use, and is willing to throw it all away if he doesn't stop doing drugs. And she has no problem letting him know that, and that she can move on without him. And I just thought she was fantastic in that role. I love Kerry Washington. So she's my nailed it.
So my nailed it for this week is Jennifer Beal as Alex Owens in Flashdance. So by day, Alex is a steel worker, but who dreams of being a professional dancer. And her side gig at night is a dancer in a dance bar. So it's a lot of scenes in this movie that I can point to that are really, really good. But the two that comes to mind is the maniac scene and the water splash dance scenes that Jennifer Beal does. All right, both of them by themselves is worth the admission of looking at this movie. All right, so my nailed it is Jennifer Beal as Maniac in Flashdance.
All right, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. Just make sure you hit that like button. And we are available on every podcast platform in the universe. Just type in, Have You Seen It with Charles and Denise? And there we will be.
Audience, thank you very much for joining us for another episode of Have You Seen It with my homegirl, Denise, and yours truly. And we are out.
Bye-bye.